We are live. Welcome back to the West Coast Draft Podcast. What a weekend it was.
Best weekend yet.
Oh, yeah. For college football, for you at least. For just general everything for me.
For
Great
college
weekend.
football, it was an amazing week of
Oh,
college
yeah.
football.
That
And
was
NFL football this weekend sucked. College was
It did.
amazing.
If you don't like defense and low scoring games, NFL was not a fun weekend for you. But that's not today's episode. That's a later episode. We're talking college. And man, we got the game of the year that we're going to talk a little bit later.
I brought a little
about,
souvenir from that day.
Yeah,
if you can't see.
My esteemed co-host, Mr. Robert Jacob Jokinen, was in attendance, and he's got some stories to tell us.
I have some stories to tell. I got some great pictures. Oh, it was. People don't like it when people say this, but that day was a movie. It really was.
We'll get to that. I mean, shoot, started at according to Pat McAfee, it started 4 p.m. the day before. So
that there is some legs to that. To be completely honest, it started for me. I got there at 1 a.m.
All right,
but I was like on campus since like 7.
That's fair. Well, there we go. Did you sleep at the frat house?
Sleep.
No sleep.
I didn't sleep. We'll get to it.
Sleep.
We'll get to it.
We'll talk about that.
Best for last. We're saying best for last.
Yeah, normally we go in order here, but we got one specific game that we're going to be talking about, which honestly, again, might be the game of the year in college football, period.
It already is so far.
Texas, Oklahoma's got an argument, but
so far, it's the game of the year, and I don't think there's too many that can top it that are left.
Yeah, we'll see. Watch the ASU game this weekend. Just be an absolute barn burner.
Wouldn't be, but it wouldn't be game of the year because it's the implications too. Is what make game of the year.
No, true. Yeah, no, honestly, other than Michigan, Ohio State, there's really not another game on the schedule that could match the implications of this game. Of course, the game, we haven't mentioned the teams yet. The teams we're talking about is West Virginia, Houston. What an ending there, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about every game.
There were so many fun endings. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so many. Oh man, I got a funnel one that I'm looking at right now, but we'll get to it. Let's start with last Tuesday. Probably won't talk a lot about
there was an interesting ending to the Coastal App State game. Yeah. There was like a fumble near the end. It was interesting, but
I'll tell you what, I didn't watch it, so
Jamie Chadwell's got some, as always, he's got one of the most fun run games going on, and he's brought it to Liberty. So that's fun to watch. He had like this pretty neat counter QB keep on like a fake pitch. It was like stuff I was running in 2016, but still very fun.
There you go. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, not much to talk about with either.
Sam Houston continues their miserable season.
Which is tough because there's been so many FCS teams that come up to FBS and like automatically competitive. I'm thinking App State.
It's not like they've been being blown out is the thing. They've been losing just in absolutely brutal fashion constantly. Yeah, it's rough.
Getting more than doubled up by New Mexico State's not a good look though. Then we got Thursday night.
The whole bowl go. You see that name for it? It was the Dana Holgerson Bowl.
And they got to make that a yearly matchup. Then.
People posted, it probably will. No, because it expanded. That's right. I hope it's yearly.
Make that protected.
East enough.
How many Big 12 teams are there how many Texas teams are there in the new Big 12?
TCU,
Baylor,
Houston,
TCU, Houston, Texas Tech.
That's probably it. Yeah.
It's only 4.
Baylor, TCU, Houston, Tech. I think that's it.
Man, it feels like. Hold on. Okay, let's do quiz ourselves here. Without looking it up, let's see if we can name every new Big 12 team. Okay, so we got the four corners: U of A, ASU, Colorado, Utah. Those are all
BYU, Cincy, UCF, and Houston.
Then you got
8 more. So you got West Virginia, Oklahoma State, both Kansases.
Iowa State,
Texas
Tech, TCU, Baylor. There you go. I guess that's all of them.
Yeah.
So All right, there you go. So I guess there's only 4 Texas teams in the Big 12, the new Big 12.
So 8+, yeah, that's 8+8. That's 16. So yeah, 16. That will not. I don't think it'll be a protected game. The whole go bogle. And like I saw a bunch of like picture. There's like a picture with like a bunch of Red Bull cans everywhere. I was like Dana Holgerson the morning of game day. I was drinking a lot of Red Bulls.
I
This is
feel
a
you, man.
crazy finish. This is the first win for a new Big 12
New
team
Big
over
12
an
team.
old Big 12 team. Just heartbreaking fashion for like a really solid season so far for West Virginia. Just getting derailed because of that. It's
A
like,
Hail Mary.
oh.
I have a feeling the new Big 12 teams next year won't take quite as long to get their first
Oh
in-conference
no, they're
win.
gonna rule the conference.
Yeah, maybe not ASU, but the other 3. Yeah,
Other 3 are gonna be at the top. I mean,
yeah,
give Dilly 2 more years, maybe. And I mean, Dilly's
true.
runs a great offense. I'm
True.
really interested to see how they do this weekend. I think the boys are gonna be pretty fired up to avenge last year's loss.
That's
And
true. And it's at home this time.
it's at home. It's not in the most cursed place in college football, the desert.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even, I mean, shoot. I mean, weird games happen in Tucson, but Tempe is
Tempe.
just.
Tempe has ruined so many like hopeful playoffs. Adding the Arizona schools when the border conference collapsed might have been the worst decision that the Pac-12 made, other than not expanding in 2010.
Yeah. Or signing an exclusive TV rights deal with like Xfinity. Like that was that was dumb too. Lots of dumb decisions.
How about this? Underrated dumb decision was adding the Arizona schools because it has derailed title hopes for so many Pac-12 teams.
Well, to be fair, when we did that, like however many years ago, we didn't know we didn't know the playoff was gonna be a thing. So
well, I bet no, but like probably as well for championship hopes though. Back when you had to be perfect to win it, Natty.
True. That is true. Got a point. However, if it weren't for
they fucked up Oregon a lot in BCS.
True, but if it weren't for U of A, the Pac-12 wouldn't have been nearly as good of a basketball conference as it was for.
Who gives a fuck about basketball? Not me.
It's the second most popular college sport by a pretty wide margin.
Once we get a good coach, I'll care about it again.
Well, yeah, because basketball sucks. Basketball is gonna be just god awful this year. So hopefully, football.
It's never been good. Like even under Romar, it was real. I mean, like, not that's wrong. It's never been good. Is not the right thing to say. It is not been a program with a lot of historic success.
No,
just surprising.
It's a football school. We're a football school.
We are a football school
about that, and a softball school. But yeah, no. Considering how good Seattle is for basketball,
I know
we can't bring guys into our own freaking like. What's the deal?
I don't know how we can't do that.
Yeah,
but this 2 Hail Marys happened. 2 successful Hail Marys this weekend. Did the Hail Mary end up going to like the 6'9" guy
in the West Virginia game?
Yeah.
Can't remember, honestly. Who caught that? Hold on. Let's see here. Who caught the last Hail Mary? Let's see. Hold on. So let's see. Stephon Johnson. Here we go. Stephon Johnson, the 6'9" guy. No, he's only 6 foot, so it definitely wasn't him. Been funny if it was. Wait, hold on. Let me look at his stats on the season. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Wait, 2023 season stat. He's got 158 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season, and 96 of them and both touchdowns came in this past game. So there you go. Fun fact. Good job, Stephon Johnson, for your breakout.
Shout out.
Very proud of you. Ring the bell. Other games here. I mean, SMU East Carolina, not much to talk about there. But
Tulane, Memphis, two solid
G5 teams.
What conference? ACC, right? Or AAC, right?
AAC, yeah. AAC.
Fresno State, Utah State, tight game. But the
Fresno
one
State,
that we all watched on Friday.
Oh, brother.
This was
one. I didn't watch the second half.
I watched it.
No, sorry. I didn't see the first half. I definitely saw the second half. I would have been a fool to not watch the second half. But no, the first half, I was actually out. And as soon as I came in and watched, I was like, oh, it's 29-0. This is a blowout. But I figure, it's the only thing on TV. Let's keep watching. And something about me turning the game on, I think cued a little trigger with my former coach, Troy Taylor. Because man, them boys came out flying in the second half. That shoot, I'm gonna butcher his name. Elic Iomanor. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, so, I
Elic
think it was Aya
Iomanor?
Manor. I think it was Aya Manor.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say his first name.
But I
Gosh,
watched
man.
this. I watched this game. I watched the whole game because I was staying up. Oh man.
And they did this without
Oh.
Urosic too. He was hurt for pretty much the whole second half.
Yep. He had like 300 yards in the second half. I think. I think he had it all
Yeah.
in the second half.
Yeah. Right there.
Oh my God. That was awesome. I thought the Troy Taylor's Inferno was going to continue with a missed kick at the end of regulation.
Ah, that would have been wild.
That would have been a Troy Taylor Inferno moment.
Yeah, but no, man, the Inferno got turned on to the prime show this year or this week. I mean,
oh my gosh, the Aya Manor catch dragging Travis Hunter into the end zone over his head. Oh my gosh, that was very cathartic for a lot of college football fans, I bet.
Oh yeah, that was dude, man.
And I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this, but the Travis Hunter tweeting out about his merch store at halftime. Now, I doubt it was him who tweeted it. It was probably like his manager.
It was yeah.
But still, that aged really well. And then after the interception and the field goal, they're all doing the watch flex. And then Stanford
awesome.
players calling them mercenaries and stuff. It's like, oof.
Yeah.
And this all happened the night before the SNL sketch, the Coach Prime SNL sketch.
The first time SNL sketch, yeah, where they called it out, man. Gosh, what a freaking game this was. What was Shedeur thinking on that in OT? Double
Throw it
OT,
away.
obviously.
You had another down.
Exactly. Or you kick the field goal. I mean, it was third down at the time. Like worst case,
no.
throw away, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And then granted, you have to then stop Stanford from scoring a touchdown of their own, which at
it's
that point
Stanford
really
though, but
do.
yeah. Their defense sucks. As Keelan Thompson said, coaching, genius, offense, explosive, defense, trying.
Yeah, man. It was I don't know. Like I don't even know what you say to a game like that when it's I mean, I thought it was funny because I mean I haven't heard this exact speech before because we did a whole lot of winning at good old Folsom High School, but when Troy Taylor came out after the game and the ESPN, the sideline reporter, basically asked him like, hey coach, what do you tell your guys at halftime to fire them up like this? And Troy was just like, oh, I just told him, guys, we're in a tough spot, just go out there and compete. That was the Troy Taylor I knew. I was listening to him say that and I was like, man, I feel like I'm getting PTSD. I'm getting flashbacks right now because that's just the way he talks. So good to see he hasn't changed much. But man, good for Troy Taylor, man. They're still not going to be. They're not going to be. They're not going to be.
We're probably going to stomp them.
We will. That one's in. Although we do always play weird on the farms. The farm is like a cursed land for the Huskies.
John was able to win on the farm.
True, but Chris Peterson wasn't.
Chris Peterson wasn't able to beat Cal.
Not in his last couple of years. His first year there, he was fine. The first couple of years, he was fine. But I mean, looking at their schedule, yeah, loss, maybe win, loss. So yeah, they're gonna finish at best.
Oh, at
3-9,
no breaks.
3-9 breaks.
At Notre Dame. First Notre Dame, that's gonna be a slaughter. Well, in Colorado, it's gonna be tough for them to be bowl eligible too.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, we're looking at this like their last few games. Like, I don't know if there's a game left that they'll be favored in. To be honest with you, won't be favored. Tough. Won't be favored. The Arizona's probably the only game where they might be favored, and
Arizona's
looks good,
so good.
Won't be favored. Yeah, I mean, their only two home games are against one's the number 12 team in the country.
Brutal places to play in November.
Yeah. Yeah, shoot, they probably won't be favored in another game the rest of the year. Other than, again, maybe U of A at home, which I don't know. I wouldn't pick them in that game. So,
does Troy Taylor always squat on the sideline?
Oh yeah, yeah. He did that a
Yeah,
lot.
okay. I was like, what the hell is he doing that low? It's not even
Yeah.
like the Pete Carroll bend 45 degrees. He's
Yeah,
like
no, he does
squatting.
the full squat. Yeah, I've actually incorporated that. That's how I watch Bengals games nowadays.
Mhm.
So I've learned from him. I'm basically a younger version of Troy Taylor. But he does have two sons, so
Mm.
they're more younger versions of Troy Taylor. But I like to think he thinks of me as his son. Um,
Who are you again?
Probably. Um, Shoot, man. Let's see. He left Folsom in 2016, so yeah, it's been almost 10 years. He's probably forgotten
Did he
pretty
go
much
straight
everything.
from Folsom to Utah
No,
or
he went
Eastern? Eastern.
to Eastern, yeah, but he was only Eastern for a year before he went to Utah. So
Was he head coach at Eastern?
no, he's OC there.
OC.
Which
OC.
going from FCS OC to Power Five OC, like just immediate step up. That's kind of a big step up there.
Oh, that's a huge step up.
Yeah, but he made it work.
But that was an awesome game. That finish was so fun.
That was awesome. Gosh, that Iron Manor catch over Trout. I know we already talked about it, but dude, that might be the play of the year. Honestly, I know we already said we got the game of the year. That might be the play of the year.
The coach that said that Shadur takes bad sacks to not throwing completions might have a point. That he
No,
might
he
have a
does.
point because
No,
he
he
takes
does.
bad sacks.
He
He
does.
takes He's had two overtime games to absolutely pad the hell out of his stats, but thank God people are finally getting out of that trance of Shadur for Heisman. He's a good player. He's not the
Yeah.
best player. It's going to be like Penix last year. Penix had a great season last year, and Shadur's having a good season this year too. But Penix wasn't seriously in the Heisman conversation. He probably should have been. Looking back, I think people
Hmm.
probably think they should have been. But this year, he's right in it. People will probably like to see you prove it for 2 years, I think.
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's a big thing. I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, Caleb didn't necessarily deserve the Heisman his freshman year, but I mean,
Mm-mm. But he played great.
but he played great. Same thing with, I mean,
Caleb
no, I
probably
guess,
didn't play enough his first year to get the Heisman.
yeah, I guess Bryce played and didn't even start his first year, and
No, he was
he
behind
won his
Mac.
second year. Yeah, he was still behind Mac, and then he won his second year. So, yeah, but shoot, man, there you go. Maybe Shador for Heisman 2024. Get the early
Oh, they're gonna
features
get.
in.
You're not gonna get any kind of odds on that. He's definitely gonna
Yeah.
be the favorite coming in. Who
Oh,
would I?
100%.
Who would be a fun Heisman candidate for next year? Let me think for just a tiny
Drew
second.
Alla.
Dante, Drew Aller. Yeah, those are two good ones.
I have to see who comes back to school too, because I mean there might be
Yeah,
some like QBs that like we think are gonna come out that end up going back.
Riley
Like
Leonard.
Riley Leonard. Oh, we were thinking the same guy at the
Yep,
same time.
Riley Leonard transfer to Texas A&M with Mike Elko.
Dude. A&M
Jimbo's
would
got to
be
be gone.
A&M would actually be good because they've got so much talent, but man, Max Johnson's freaking terrible.
Yeah,
Them with a real quarterback, like that could be fun.
and a real coach.
And a real coach, yeah. That would be
Does
good.
Jackson Dart have another year?
He's eligible, but he's not gonna come out, I don't think. Because let's see. Yeah, he played snaps back in
Ooh.
21.
Cam Ward, is he coming back for another year? But where is he going to play though? Yeah,
Yeah, they're not going to give him to a Mountain
I
West
don't. I don't think.
quarterback.
I don't think Cam Ward should declare. I think he needs another year.
Yeah, but they're never going to give Heisman to a G5 quarterback, and they're
Oh
going to be in
no,
the
no.
Mountain
I
West
think he's
next
going to
year.
transfer. Wait, but he doesn't have another transfer. Shit, maybe
Yep,
grad
that's
transfer.
true.
Grad transfer.
Oh, yeah, maybe grad transfer. Yeah. Trying to think. Who else? Who's like is gonna be a Noah Fafita. Rest my case.
Oh, well, no, Fafita. The thing about him is he's not he's always going to be a soundtrack kind of quarterback. He's never going to
Mhm.
be that big explosive kind. That's part of that. It's because he's like they say he's 5'11". You've seen how small he
Dude, he's
looks.
standing next to his running back, and he's like 2 inches
Yeah,
shorter.
yeah, he's small. Which
Yeah.
is, it's great that, Russell Wilson definitely opened the door for a lot of small quarterbacks, and then Kyler opened the door for even smaller ones.
And then Bryce opened the door for small and
And
skinny
skinny,
ones.
yeah. Jeez. I think Fafita's thicker than Bryce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. So
All right, let's get to the Saturday games. Wow.
Yeah, let's see. Georgia. So the story with Georgia is that they did lose in this game. They lost their best player.
Their only really, really good player.
Yeah.
Other than Cedric Van Pram, who I actually really do like and probably would have been center one last year too.
Probably will be center one this year. So
he is center one this year. Absolutely. Losing Brock Bowers is their season
huge.
They're lucky they don't have any home games or away games. They have one true away game. They have one true away. They have one true away, but it's not at Florida. It's at Camping World.
Yeah. That's true. At Tennessee.
Oh, okay. That is tough.
Georgia.
Ole Miss is going to win that.
Ole Miss is going to win that. You see, I would predict Tennessee to pull the upset before I pull.
They're not going undefeated.
I might predict Mizzou to pull the upset. Mizzou's fun this year, man.
They are fun. I don't know if they're complete enough to be able to do it, though.
True.
I'll never believe Mizzou to be an SEC team.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm still reeling from how they played against Bama, but Ole Miss has just let me down too much this year.
They could have put the nail in the coffin.
Dude, Bama hasn't lost since Texas. It feels like they suck, but they're 6-1 or 5-1, whatever they are.
Total frauds.
Yeah, here we go. 6-1, 4-0 in the conference. Let's see where's Bama's next loss. LSU.
You know that there's a huge lack of star power in the SEC. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, they're going on LSU and Tennessee.
Tennessee they could lose. LSU they could lose. Losing.
Holy shit.
Kentucky they'll win these last three. But they could lose to Tennessee or LSU.
What's bad when the biggest star in the SEC that is currently playing right now, that's not hurt, is a receiver at Missouri. Yeah, there's not much star power in the SEC right now.
Trying to think.
Now that Brock Bowers is down, Jaden Daniels is up and down. LSU fans are crazy.
Malik Neighbors.
Okay. That's a tough one. He's right there with me with Luther Burden.
They're right up there, but Neighbors is draft eligible, and I feel like draft eligible guys always get a little bit of a boost.
Mm-hmm. But the SEC has a severe lack of star power, and it sucks. Well, no, it doesn't suck. It's great.
Oh, it's great for every other conference.
The other team that lacks star power, Indiana. They always will forever. After, they're going to be bad, especially after they let Michael Penix, Kalen DeBoer, and Kane Womack all walk. That's already a program that's been done no favors by the football gods, but yikes. Mm-hmm. Stick to hoops.
They basically do there. I'm trying to think. I'm going like program by program in the SEC right now. I spent Spencer Rattler.
Ooh, but he's just has no help. His O-line's so bad. He can't, he does have star power, but he can't unleash it.
Yeah. Kool-Aid McKinstry and Dallas Turner, if you like defense.
Dallas Turner is not a star, but Kool-Aid, yeah. We see that Shane Beamer broke his foot kicking something after he lost to Florida. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He did a Jared Kelnick.
What a clown, man.
All right, let's get to the next game.
Yeah, sorry. Michigan absolutely destroyed Indiana. Just
after they had a double pass touchdown, and that's it.
Yeah, right. So speaking of Indiana, Michigan's looked better since the Big Ten play started than when before it started. So they're starting to kind of heat up a little bit.
I will still not accept any kind of JJ McCarthy as a top quarterback.
He's not the top quarterback, but it's the best quarterback they've had there in a long time. To be honest.
Oh no, I'm talking about in college football, not at.
Oh Michigan. No, of course not. Are you kidding me? Please,
Michigan fans are insane.
He'd probably be like the 7th best quarterback in the Pac-12. Ohio State absolutely rolled Purdue.
Oh, that's a shame. They played this great promo about what's his name? The Purdue fan who.
Oh yeah,
that was a great promo. I'm forgetting his name. I don't know, but it was fantastic. They played it at game day in person as well. Great promo. Shame they couldn't do much better.
No, but
Purdue's rebuilding.
They weren't expected to do much better. Hey, they didn't have a single turnover. That's impressive.
It was a spoiler maker special though, but
yeah,
what a shame.
Yep. Well,
look at videos. There you go. Or yeah, just click Boilermakers. Click Boilermakers to see if we can find the name, because that might be featured.
I have to give him a show. Here we go.
Here we go. Tyler Trent.
Yep. Yeah.
That was a great story. And then how his brother's now a walk-on there. Fantastic story.
Yeah.
I've always had a soft spot for Purdue.
Yep.
Train, big old drum, very fun. That Purdue is epitome of fun college football stuff. Upsets, cool stuff on pre-games, your goofy ass name. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of another great college football stuff, Syracuse getting stomped on by FSU.
What happened to your little guy, man?
Didn't have, tough to play, and
he
got eaten by the horse that Chief Osceola rides, thinking it was a carrot. Poor Otto.
Yeah, poor Otto the orange, man. He got eaten by a horse. That's brutal way to go.
I still think Florida State's overrated. If there's a team that's going to come out of the ACC, you want to hear this? Here's a hot take. It's me, UNC.
I could see that, man. Do they play later this year? I mean, even if they don't, they'll play in the ACC championship.
No.
Yeah, there you go. So, not on the schedule, but they probably will end up playing the ACC championship. So there you go. I could see it. They've been on a roll.
That's a collision course right there, though. That's going to be. I want to see that game a lot.
Yeah.
See, this is, and then number 5, Oklahoma is idle this week.
Yep. UMass got absolutely railed by Penn State.
Worst FBS program.
Yeah, horrible. We're gonna come back to number 8 versus number 7 later.
Game of the year right here.
Game of the year. SC going to South Bend, and Caleb Williams single-handedly giving first overall pick to Drake May.
No, but he lost the Heisman in this game.
He did. Unless Penix just goes on a crazy cold streak here. But yeah,
it was always going to be. He was always going to have just a perfect season to get the second in a row. That was always such a high bar, but he totally lost in this one. And people, I think, slept on Notre Dame's defense. I think they do still have a really good defense, and Marcus Freeman's a great defensive coach.
Yeah,
and their horrible offense or defense finally caught up to them. Yep. Even though Louisville made Sam Hartman look like trash, Notre Dame had a great game. I think USC's defense wasn't even really the problem. It was the turnovers that gave them short fields. Caleb
just couldn't stop throwing picks, man. It was crazy. Even he threw more picks in this game than he threw like all last year, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
200 yards passing.
Less than 199. So that's just wild stuff. So
Alabama. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish up.
No, I was just gonna say it was a really, really rough day for Caleb Williams and SC.
It is so loud at SC. Heisman.
And
talks.
I mean, at the same time, it's like,
am I going to the NFL? I want a stake in the team.
True. That's wild stuff. But I will say for SC, if there's a game to lose and still make a playoff run, it's this one, because A, doesn't affect your Pac-12 standing, so you could still make the championship quite easy. B, you're losing on the road to a ranked team, especially a ranked team that is like considered a blue blood. That's going to be the game to lose. Now, granted, does that mean they will win out? No, probably not. They're probably going to lose to Washington. They're probably going to lose to Oregon.
They're definitely losing to Oregon.
Yeah, but shoot, they probably lose to Utah too, because they can never.
No, because Utah doesn't have a semblance of an offense.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
Last year's Utah beats them. They are cursed. Can they get a 3 in a row? Did they? When's the last time they beat Utah? Did they beat them in 21? Probably not, because Utah was Pac-12 champs.
Yeah, and SC was horrible.
That was the last year of Clay Helton as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's look up Wikipedia Utah USC. I want to see how long it's been for them.
Utah USC series history. Let's go here.
It's so funny that the Pac-12 South's been so weak for the last since the Pac-12 became the Pac-12 that USC's just ran it.
Yeah, win streak of 3 right now.
So
So
either 20 or
2020
19.
or 19, depending on. Oh, here we go. Here's the whole history. 2020. Yeah,
Well,
there
they
you go.
won in Rice Eccles. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so there you go. 2020 USC wasn't bad. I remember they made the Pac-12 championship. So
20.
yeah.
I just don't even remember 2020 Pac-12 football. It was so
2020
weird.
Pac-12 football was
We
cursed.
played like
So
4 games, right?
yeah, no,
That was
yeah,
pretty.
UW played 4 games, won the Pac-12 North, had COVID, so couldn't play in the game. So Oregon, despite not winning the Pac-12 North, did win the Pac-12. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So
Well, I remember that year. It's like Jimmy Lake just won a game Chris Peterson never could have, which was true. It was the Utah comeback. And then first big signs of, oh my gosh, this is not good. It was the Stanford loss.
Stanford loss, yeah.
That was
UMA game
warning
was fun
number
that
one.
year. Yeah. Shoot, what were the games? We played Oregon State. We killed Oregon State.
No. Oregon State, we won because of a horrendous spot by the Pac-12 refs. You not remember that? Yeah, it was at Husky Stadium. And like Oregon State went for a 4th down driving at the end, and they got totally butt fucked by just a horrendous spot. They clearly got it, and they got absolutely screwed by that bad spot.
That's funny. Yeah, I literally.
And if they didn't get screwed by that bad spot, they would probably have gone to the conference championships rather than Oregon, because Oregon State won
Oregon
at
State
Autzen.
beat Oregon. I do remember that part.
And like it was like Kayvon Thibodeau and Noah Sewell were jumping off sides like 5 straight plays, trying to stuff it. That was funny. That was a funny. I remember that game. That was a funny game.
What's wild about that? All 4 of Huskies games were at home. I'm just now remembering that.
I think, do we not play Arizona on the road?
No, Arizona was at home too. I remember because we wore the black uniforms. That's the only game we've worn the black uniforms, which they look amazing. So we should wear them more. But that's the side.
I know. I want to see the Husky royalties more.
Yeah,
and the old heads love the 21 throwbacks.
Yeah, but they don't. They haven't worn them since that either.
Well, I think that's the contract. I think it's just a one-off, which sucks because they're amazing. All 4 of them. All 4 of them have been so good.
Yeah, it's
like I was saying this earlier in the chat room. I was like, Adidas has made the best uniforms Husky UW's ever had. The Chris Peterson ones were bad. They weren't good. Like, it was a great choice to move over to Adidas. Now, the one thing about Adidas is, the fan gear has not been great, but Adidas gave us a ton of money, really got the uniforms right, and are showing Penix and Rome so much love by giving them NIL deals. So when that contract comes up, I hope we renew it, because Adidas has shown us the love that Nike never would, because Phil Knight doesn't want us to then too.
Yeah, true. But Jake Browning never wore Adidas uniforms. Greatest Husky quarterback of all time.
We're getting close. Browning. I do love Jake Browning, and I've been a huge defender of his. But I don't know if you can say that anymore, that he's the best quarterback ever. And I don't know if he was before either. I think there's some arguments for Warren Boone, Mark Brunell, Cody Pickett, Marcus Tuiasosopo. I think you can make the arguments for those guys. UW's never had that amazing quarterback other than maybe Warren Moon. I think if Penix wins the Heisman,
then he's number one.
He's the greatest Husky ever.
That's true, because he's the only Husky ever win Heisman.
I think that the only one who can rival him is Entman of the GOAT Husky, because Entman was a Heisman finalist at defensive tackle.
That went number 1 overall in the draft.
Entman was probably the closest, and I think he went 2 or 3. Entman was a Heisman finalist as a defensive tackle.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, Penix would be one if he pulls it off.
Oh yeah, I think the remaining schedule is a lot less daunting than we thought preseason.
I actually don't. I mean, yes and no.
It's still really hard, but it's not
ASU
as
and Stanford will be cakewalks.
it's
I
not
say
as
that now,
scary.
but
ASU, USC, and Oregon State. I am not as afraid of them and Utah. All three of those teams.
Utah, I'm not as afraid of just because their offense is so horrible. USC because their defense is so horrible. Oregon State on the road can be
That's gonna be scary.
It can be sneaky. That one's gonna worry me. And then Wazoo, I'm not that scared of because it's in Seattle. I think the Oregon State one's probably the one that scares me the most right now.
Yeah,
but
because those Oregon State guys are definitely gonna bring their A game.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, shoot, man, their last two games are Washington and Oregon.
Oh God,
the two teams. I mean, I know you spend enough time in the digital damn spaces to know they
hate
OSU.
Us.
They view Washington and Oregon as the two teams that screwed them over. So they're gonna be firing. So
I'm gonna be there, hopefully.
Yeah, Core Vegas, baby. We'll talk about.
You got me nervous for that game now.
Yeah, I should be nervous, honestly. Hopefully the team's nervous, but they don't come out flat. But that's like a month away. So
they did it. I don't. Whose run game is better, Oregon or Oregon State's? I'd say Oregon's.
Oregon's. Probably Oregon because of Irving. Yeah.
Bucky's the best running back in college.
Yeah. That's true.
And I think Oregon, just their scheme works a bit better for spreading you out, whereas Oregon State is much more of a
Oregon
pro
can't
style.
throw the ball. Oregon State really can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I think if we can get a lead on Oregon State, and I said the same thing about Oregon. If you can get a lead on them. And I think it's even more so with Oregon. They're not very good at playing catch up. You saw that in the Wazoo game.
True. No, it's definitely more so with Oregon State because we did get a lead on Oregon and we blew it. Luckily, we came back.
But I think a big part of it was from Penix having some abdominal cramp, and people were trying to explain what abdominal cramps are. It's like, you ever holding a poop for a really, really long time? Imagine playing football through that.
Yeah. Also,
it's not, and it's the cramps that come from that. It's not the feeling of having poop.
I think the play calling also was bad on those drives.
I completely
still being
agree.
Aggressive, but they were airing it out 50 yards downfield. When it's dude, if you just march down the field, milk the clock, you got an 11-point lead
Jonathan
here.
Smith.
Yeah, but
yeah,
we're coming back to Washington.
We'll come back to it, but yeah, I completely agree. There was some real questionable. I would say that was Grubb's worst ever called game at UW.
I would agree with that. Yeah, that or the Arizona game, honestly, the week before.
I disagree.
I disagree. Didn't like the game plan against U of A. I thought they were way too conservative.
I think they ran it a lot because of they were given three deep shells, not just cover three drops. It was 3 deep shells for all you uninitiated. That means they had 3 safeties deep all game pre-snap. You run against that. I'm sorry. I know we love to pass.
No, I don't even mean running the ball. I don't mind running the ball. It's they would pass, but every single pass would be this gadgety quick screen that just wasn't working.
That's fair.
So,
all right, let's keep going though. We're
Alabama,
just left
Arkansas.
The top 10.
We talked about Notre Dame SC for we weren't even really talking about them. We went on a tangent. That's what you come to the West Coast Travel.
Sidetrack podcast. Maybe next year we'll change the name.
Yeah. We just talked Notre Dame SC. We're talking Alabama, Arkansas. Man, Arkansas came close to pulling the upset here.
Or Sam Pittman,
man.
Sam Pittman's he really doesn't deserve to be fired. He's a really good coach, but it's Arkansas and the SEC. That's tough. It's a tough spot.
Yep. It's only going to get worse with Oklahoma and Texas coming too.
Yeah.
Both of those programs are peaking.
Sam Pittman would be a great Big 12 coach.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Speaking of programs peaking as they join a new conference, I'm just now thinking SC, UW, and Oregon are all going to be bringing in new quarterbacks their first year in the Big Ten. UCLA is going to be the only school coming in with consistency at the most important
I know.
position.
It's going to be interesting how that
Second year of
Works
Dante Moore.
out.
Oh, that's a sneaky Heisman.
I know.
Second year of
I said
Dante
I said
Moore.
Dante. I did
Oh,
say
did you?
Dante.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
that. I
At least
missed
I
that.
at least
You
I
did
did it
say
in my
that.
mind.
No,
At
you
least I
did
did it
say
in
that. I
my
remember
mind.
that now.
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting if UCLA can rule the West Coast next year. Because I think Carson Steele's coming back too.
Yeah, he could. He could. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah, sorry. Man, Arkansas. This close. This close.
So
But
many SEC closes are so I have the opportunity to spit the nail in the coffin and get rid of the bad man forever. And they're not. And it's
I don't think
please.
we need to start. I don't think it'll happen, but we need to start talking about the fact that Bama is not eliminated from the playoffs yet.
They're not, and they probably
Like,
won't be until the SEC championship.
what if they go into the SEC championship and beat a hobbled Georgia team and they sneak in?
If if, if they have 2 wins, no. If they have 1 win,
They mean
yes.
2 losses.
Or yeah,
They have
yeah.
more 2 wins already. They're fine there.
If
No,
they
I
have,
get what you're saying.
they
Though.
need to have 1 loss to make the playoffs. There's never been a 2-loss playoff team.
True. But no, I mean, just looking at their schedule, it's like
It's weak.
Their 2 hardest games are their next 2 games, which are both at home. Then they get 3 cupcake. Not Kentucky's not cupcake, but Chattanooga and Auburn are.
The huge freeze.
And then they get Georgia in the SEC championship, and it's like,
have you ever seen the prank DMs to Hugh Freeze, who continuously falls for them? They're very funny.
What are they?
Oh, there's a million of them. It's been going on for years. Yeah, tricking them by saying you're Christian and things. It's been too easy.
Oh, this is something else. I'm not going to open that article.
It's very niche, and it's definitely like 3 year Letterman does it like every year, and he gets him every time. Every time he does it like once a year, and he gets him every time. 3 year Letterman's he's the one that goes.
Try out 3 year Letterman. He's great. I love that guy. But yeah, moving on to another top 25 matchup here. Miami going to North Carolina and
got that monkey off their back. Got their monkey off their back.
Don't let the score fool you. North Carolina dominated this game. Miami made a late, not even comeback, just garbage time, made it look closer.
What the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are we doing? That's one of the best videos of this year's college football season. The Miami player sweaty, basically in tears. What the fuck are we doing?
Sad state of affairs down there in South Beach. You know, I couldn't imagine a better coach to be. Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Is such a dickhead.
Yeah, they
hated him. Like there's some Dan Lanning's a goofball cokehead, but I do respect him in the fact that his wife went through cancer, and he seems like he's a good family guy. Mario Cristobal just seems like a vile human being.
Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't even have a good head coaching record. It's like 500.
Good at recruiting, and he's from Miami, and he went to Miami. That's why he's there.
Yep. Well, they have struggled with recruiting in recent years, so I mean, I guess that's gonna help a little bit. But they couldn't even get freaking Rashada. I mean, they had him and they lost him. So
I think they didn't want him.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that was it.
I think there was a lot of drama with like
there was so much that went on behind that whole massive situation that we'll never hear about. But that was a mess, and he was probably a bit, he probably will end up being a bit overhyped and over projected. That's probably why he kind of got processed a little bit and devalued a little bit. I think people saw that frame and really fell in love with it.
Yeah, I just need to. Oh, sheesh! Almost tried my water on my. That would have been good. I do need to see. Hold on. Pittsburgh, California football 2022 schedule. I just need to confirm something for myself here. No, this is 2023. Yeah, hold on. You do last year. Shout out Max Preps, by the way. 12-3. Nah, it's to Liberty. Dang it. They did lose to Folsom though. Okay, I knew they lost to Folsom at some point, but I couldn't remember. So yeah, Jaden Rashada has nothing on Austin Mack. There you go.
Let's go.
But there you go. But
Austin Mack looks like a man, and he's 18.
Dude, he's huge. He's massive.
Looking at him at warm-ups, it was like, holy shit, he's gonna start next year, isn't he? He's gonna be starting at 18.
Better not be Dylan Morris.
It's either him or a transfer. Yeah, I you hear the staff rave about Demo, but he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have that golden arm.
He's a prototypical backup quarterback, college backup.
I'm so happy that we're getting away from that noodle arm, skinny guy, short guy recruits that we've been having for the last 5 years of Peterson and Lake. Have you seen every single guy we've been going after, and probably the people that we missed on too, are huge and they're athletic specimen. Mm-hmm. Avery Johnson, Lincoln Kineholz, Austin Mack.
Oh, you mean wait, hold on. You mean Lincoln Kineholz isn't the guy that Marvin Harrison Sr. is
oh my gosh, that's so funny. This staff knows how to evaluate quarterbacks.
Well, they do until Grubb's gone, and then Courtney Morgan's the one in charge of that.
At DeBoer?
No, it'll be DeBoer, but shout out Courtney Morgan for being bad at his job. Moving on here. Actually, I just also want to say,
and Will Haskell too, who's in the QB room as well. Just some of these dudes that they had when I was out when I got there near the end of warm-ups, I was like, geez, these are some freaking dudes out here.
Yeah. And then there's Dylan Morris, who's still there.
I think he wants to be a GA, is what the rumblings have been, is he wants to be a GA. And, this is a pretty good place to make a name and eventually climb the ladder of having some bona fides from being coached under DeBoer and Grubb.
Yeah. I can see that until, again, Grubb leaves next year. Enjoy UW
next game.
Louisville Pitt.
And guess what?
The bad vibe. What was it? The bad vibes base, or was it?
It was the bad thoughts base, and
bad thoughts base.
It was the big stupid upset of the week.
There it is. Cha-ching, baby. We got one. I guess we got a couple.
The weirdness of college football. What the fuck happened here? Louisville stops Notre Dame and loses by more than 2 scores to Pitt.
Yeah.
Awful Pitt.
A 1-win Pitt team. Yeah.
With a different quarterback. Yikes.
Yeah. Shout out Jake Plummer, though. Or Jack Plummer. Sorry. Not Jake Plummer. Jack Plummer.
Yeah.
He probably gets that a lot.
I think Louisville is no longer ranked, right?
Are they? Hold on. Let me see here. That'd be a brutal go from 14 to unranked. No, they're 21. That was their first loss. Yeah. So they're still 21. But they got Duke. Actually, they got bye. Then they got Duke. 2 easy wins.
2 tough games.
And then 2 tough games to end. Yeah. So it's it'll be an interesting stretch here for Louisville to see how they react to that game. Because if they can beat Duke, they'll get to what? 9-1 before 2 really tough games there at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting. But if they can't beat Duke, all of a sudden I could see them spiraling and losing an upset to VT even. They're lucky they're already bowl eligible, so they're chilling. But actually, are they? Hold on. Was one of their wins FCS? Let's check here. Georgia. Oh, one of their wins was they still need one more. They got
two.
One more.
They got 2.
They got 2 in the bag there. I don't think a Louisville team that was mostly on crutches could probably still be UVA. So
and VT.
And VT.
What is up with the state of Virginia football? Yeah,
it was so good 5 years ago. And it's just
I don't know about that. They were all right.
They were solid. They were ranked in the top 25. I'm not saying top so good as in competing for the ACC and stuff, but
and they're probably getting left out in realignment.
True. Once Stanford and Cal and AU are the.
It's literally becoming a better Ivy League.
It's just going to be, it's basically FBS version of the Ivy League.
Yeah, exactly.
So
those won't be terms
go.
we use too much longer, though, I bet.
Except where's SMU factor into
SMU just wants to get their name on the map for the next phase. That's literally all it is.
Yep. But anyways, moving on here because let's see. So UCLA going to Core Vegas. Getting
Struggles
stomped.
of a true freshman quarterback.
Getting stomped. Oregon State. Again, this is another one where it's like the final score is closer than the game actually was. Oregon State dominated. I know they lost to Wazoo, but man, Oregon State's scary, especially at home. There you go, football team. That might be the one. That's probably the scariest game left on UW's schedule outside of the soon to be official Pac-12 championship rematch with Oregon. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, Jonathan Smith's a good coach. UCLA, just up and down.
Jonathan Smith's totally going to be coaching the Big Ten in a couple years.
Oh, for sure. He's not going to stay in Mountain West program.
I think he might stay a year or two to guide Oregon State. It is his alma mater, but he fits so well of like a Big Ten West team.
Yeah,
I think he'll be coaching like Minnesota soon enough.
Northwestern needs a coach, and they got money.
Honestly, good fit. I like that. Cal, Utah
getting dismantled by Utah. I mean, I don't know if there's much to talk about in this one.
No,
kind of unexpected. Cal sucks.
Utah's not that much better. They should not be ranked 16. I'll tell you that.
No, they shouldn't be. How many? Well, what's the rest of Utah's schedule? I know they play SC this weekend. They'll lose that one probably. But what else they got here?
Ooh, that's a tough schedule. Oh my God.
Loss. Could be a win.
Arizona and Colorado are close. That's a brutal schedule.
I mean, they got 3 guaranteed losses left here. I guess it's 5 and 4. They only need one more. No, they need 2 more wins because Weber State was a win.
State.
I mean, ASU. Okay, so they need one more win. They need to basically split this series here to get to bowl eligibility.
Maybe Oregon goes to Race Eccles and gets stymied.
They've done it before.
I'm interested to see. The real. Yeah, I still think Utah has a solid defense. Cody Barton's little brother is one of the captains, which is like PTSD right there. Freaking hate Andy Barton.
When does USC play Oregon? I can't even remember.
It's at Autzen. I know that.
Yeah, I know it's at Autzen. I can't remember what week it is. They play them. Oh, second last week of the year. Veterans Day. Week after they play us. Talk about a stretch right there. It's actually the exact same stretch that Oregon State has.
Oof.
Home against Washington, away against Oregon in back-to-back weeks. Did they? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 18.
They had week 0.
Yeah, they had week 0, but I thought they had already had a bye too.
Yeah, they did have a bye.
Wait.
They don't have any buys during that stretch.
11, 18. Did they not have a single bye?
They had a bye. They had a bye the first week of conference play.
I thought so. I thought so. But I'm looking at this, like, why is their last game on 11-18?
That game's played.
Am I tripping here?
I don't know.
10-28, 11-4. No,
I think they might have another bye at the end. I don't know.
Maybe week 0. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they probably just do get another bye because week 0 means they would have to get 2 byes to balance out.
Yeah.
So they just took the bye the week after the season's over. So shoot, I mean, it's gonna be a big advantage if they can make the Pac-12 championship. It's gonna be a big advantage right there, getting 2 weeks of rest. So
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either, but
I think they're dropping at least 3. At least 2 more. At least to UW and Oregon.
And that's a team
their coach is already talking about leaving. That's a team that's, they face adversity, they're folding. And it starts with the coach.
Wait, Lincoln's talking about leaving?
There's rumblings.
Seen his house.
I know.
Where would he leave for?
NFL.
USC's one of like the top 3 jobs in college football.
NFL.
I guess, but I don't know. You can talk to his buddy Cliff and see how that goes.
Yeah, they literally tried the same thing.
When you're a college football head coach, you're a god. When you're an NFL head coach, you're a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because the college football head coach, like they're the owner, they're the CEO, they're the GM, like they are in charge of that program. Especially there's the AD who can hire you and fire you, but the AD is also very much focused on every other sport, and they're focused on the business side of things. Their attention isn't always going to be. You are very much the hands-on guy at the program.
Lincoln doesn't know how good he has it right now.
No. If he's smart, he'll stay. If he's smart, he'll stay.
Because he didn't have to cut his teeth. He didn't have to cut his teeth being a head coach at smaller programs. Now he did. He was an OC at smaller programs. Mm-hmm. But his head coaching jobs, he got handed the keys at Oklahoma and then left for USC. Two huge blue bloods. So he's facing some kinds of adversity and wants to walk away. It's just, I hate that kind of attitude. It's really frustrating.
I think it's just rumblings.
And
then he leaves.
And then, all the USC fans were like, oh, Kalen DeBoer, Jen Cohen hired him. He's coming to USC after. I don't see Kalen DeBoer fitting well at USC. I'd be much more worried if opening happened at Michigan, Ohio State, or Notre Dame.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
USC, I don't know if it fits him, his humble nature versus Hollywood.
Midwest, yeah, the very flashy Hollywood. I think if Lincoln knows what's good for him, he's going to stay.
There's a reason a lot of Midwesterners come to Washington.
Yeah. I think Lincoln will stay at SC for the long run. I think it will just be run.
Duke at NC State, Riley Leonard-less, and
still
Dave Doran. That shine has worn off.
Yeah. Duke still, even without their quarterback, still took it to a rival team. So they're legit. That Duke, North Carolina, I know we talked about this before, but Duke, North Carolina, typically a basketball rivalry. That's gonna be a fun game this year when it happens.
The ATM at Tennessee.
ATM at Tennessee, that's right. That's a very, very talent poor, or sorry, I shouldn't say talent
rich,
but quarterback poor A&M team. Almost upset Tennessee in Knoxville. They didn't, at the end of the day, the Volunteers, I almost call them the Titans. The Volunteers were able to pull it out, but it was close. They hung with them. So, that's kind of A&M hung with Bama too, but they weren't able to get it done. They're kind of on a stretch there where it's just I just don't know. I would say I don't know what I'm gonna get out of this A&M team every week, but I feel like I do know they're gonna go to a team that's better than them, not by a lot, but better than them. And they're going to play him close, but Max Johnson's going to do something stupid probably a few times. And the other team's going to win by like 6 or 7 points.
See that Tennessee and Wazoo are ranked 19th in this?
Yeah, that was a glitch. Wazoo's obviously not ranked anymore. But what's Tennessee? Is Tennessee 19 now? No, Tennessee's 17 now. So yeah, that's just a glitch. I think Tennessee was 18 last week, and this just isn't feeding that. But speaking of Wazoo,
wow.
Wow. The Noah Fafita breakout game, baby.
Just total domination. Arizona's good. Arizona's a good team. They're fun. I like them. And I like their away jerseys too. I think their white jerseys look great. Thank God they are no longer starting rapist Jaden DeLaura, and very fun. They are now starting very fun to root for Noah Fafita.
Tiny boy Noah Fafita. I love
great
him.
Chemistry with his receivers. Fun team. Good for them. And thank God.
they've been through some rough years, so they deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it. I wish them the best in the Big 12.
Absolutely.
They should be out. They should be ranked this week. I know they have 3 losses, but their 3 losses are to a SEC team on the road in overtime, UW and USC that they played close.
And USC they should have beat.
And they probably shouldn't have. They got lucky with it going OT.
Sure. But they also blew a 17-0 lead. Which, you blow a 17-0 lead, that's rough, but still, you had a 17-0 lead at one point, which is impressive. I think they'll be ranked by the end of the year if they can keep this up. Let's look at the rest of their schedule real fast. I want to see how many games left on here are they gonna lose. You can make an argument for all of them, to be honest, except for ASU. Although I'd say even ASU because
Colorado and Utah
games are always weird.
I could see him beat UCLA. I could see him winning 4 or 5, and I could see him lose 4 or 5.
Yeah. I mean, it
can be fun to watch.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. 7 was that? No, they got a bye week this week. All right, enjoy your rest. You guys earned it. Come out hard versus the Beavs. Shoot, man, maybe I'll go down. Maybe I think I'll be in Tucson that weekend. Actually, maybe I'll check that one out. Do a little live report from Oregon State, U of A.
LSU took care of business against Auburn. Not much to say there. Hayden Daniels had a solid game, but he's not in my Heisman conversation, to be honest.
No, and he shouldn't be. They already have 2 losses. Yeah.
I think it's just SEC fans looking for any kind of talent.
Yeah, Kansas.
What the hell's going on with Oklahoma State? They are without Daniels.
They are, but
like what switch flipped for Oklahoma State? What the hell happened?
Yeah, I mean, both these games are 1-possession games, so it's not like they're
those are against solid. Those are against solid
Big 12 teams.
Big 12 teams, though.
Man, Oklahoma State is.
Those are some clean jerseys from Oklahoma State.
No, I love the all orange look, or not all orange, because
with the white.
But yeah, it's a very nice uni set there. But
makes me think of creamsicle a little bit.
It is kind of a creamsicle a little bit, yeah. Kansas, though, I know you don't have Jalen Daniels, but come on, guys, this is terrible.
Yep.
Can't be losing 2023 Oklahoma State. Actually, hold on, let me check something. 2023, they're 4-2. They do not feel like they're 4-2.
No, yeah.
But one of them's against Central Arkansas, so they still need 3 more wins, which the way they're playing, they can probably get 3 wins in here. They do have 3 teams, or they have still all 4 games left against the new teams, and that seems to be a guaranteed win this year. So there you go. A bowl-eligible Oklahoma State team that lost 33-7 at home to South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed? But anyways, Kansas, come on, guys. Mizzou taking it to Kentucky. Just absolutely stomping them.
That area is just, of the SEC is just interesting right now, man.
Yeah. SEC East will be interesting. That Mizzou Georgia game, I think, is going to be pretty interesting when that rolls around. All right, that's it for top 25 matchups. Let's just kind of go through some of the more interesting. Rutgers beat Michigan State. Michigan State, I believe.
Shout out
to
a friend of mine who's at that game.
Yeah, 0-3 in conference. And they got Michigan this weekend. That could get ugly.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly. That's going to be really ugly. A year off of the tunnel incident, too.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, Michigan State sucks. Rutgers, how many wins does Rutgers have? Are they 5-2?
Yeah, they're going to make a bowl.
One of them was against Wagner, though. But, I mean, shoot, they still only need 2 more. They got Indiana.
They might be the best chance to prevent Iowa from going 11-1.
Yeah, Indiana, Iowa, and Maryland. They can win 2 of those 3.
They're going to be bowl eligible, I believe.
I believe in Scarlet.
Look at that front page of ESPN right there.
True.
I was there.
I was on that field. You were. Maybe that's you in that helmet right there.
No, I was wearing my other helmet. and I was nowhere near the middle. I was like it was so full. I was on like the 5. I literally was. I had to walk down from the young alumni section too. I was in the student section.
Let's see.
Shout out Dukes beating Georgia Southern. They should be bowl eligible, but they are not.
They're 6-0? Yeah, 6-0. They should have already clinched if they were eligible. But Navy shut out Biff Poggi.
Rip. Illinois, Maryland. What the hell's going on in the bottom of the non-top of the top of the Big Ten? Who the hell knows? Because Maryland had
Maryland shoot on the ropes. Maryland, so yeah.
Now they lost to a much worse Illinois. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah.
TCU stopped BYU. BYU's not good right now. Satake is still the head coach?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's probably on the way out.
Florida took it to SC. There you go.
Yeah, that's the Frank Beamer or Shane Beamer stomping his. There's this awesome Frank Beamer play that he used to do. The way he ran his speed option, it was really cool. He would have the center not snap it straight back. He'd lead the snap a little bit to the direction they were running the speed option. I've never seen anyone else do that but them, and it was so cool. It's getting that extra inch. That's what made Frank Beamer a great head coach. Too bad his coaching style got killed by the spread. But yeah, they kind of did a directional snap, kind of close to a direct snap in the direction to give him an extra step on the speed option. It was so cool.
Wake, man, I know Sam Hartman's not there anymore, but seeing how far Wake has fallen off is kind of sad, actually. Got killed by Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that's not good. Ooh, big game right here that was going on at the same time as our game. Iowa, Wisconsin, 15-6.
15-6. Was there a touchdown scored in this game? I didn't watch it.
Iowa, no, I don't think so. Iowa might go 11-1 with the worst offense in FBS.
Oh no, there was a touchdown in the second quarter, and then they got a safety later.
Yep, of course they did. I can't wait to
6 points from the offense and 9 points from the defense and special teams. If you count extra point in special teams.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. I love it.
What the hell? People are like, Pac-12 teams have to adapt to how football is played in the Big Ten. Yeah, like scoring.
Right.
And then I got into an argument on Reddit, I think, about weather. I was like, and we talked about this before. It's just some East Coast elitism or Midwest elitism. Yeah, honestly, it might be harder to play in November in Boulder and Rice Eccles.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Than Ann Arbor.
Oh, definitely Ann Arbor. Oh yeah, elevation, dog.
Yeah,
true. Elevation plus snow.
True, that's true.
Anything else interesting?
You got the lake effect though.
It's not on the lake. It's not on the water. Ann Arbor's not.
Okay, what about Northwestern? Not that game's really hard because it's Northwestern, but playing in Chicago in November ain't gonna be easy.
That's true. Nevada is arguably one of the worst FBS programs this year. They hired an awful coach. It was it's bad when Jay Norvell thinks it's not good enough to stay there. Texas State doing well. What's his name? He kind of a goofy name coach, but he's definitely gone after this year.
Yeah, 5-2. Yeah, 1 win away from.
I think he was the coach at UIW. I think he was Cam Ward's coach at Incarnate Word.
I think so. No, you're right. He was the Incarnate Word guy before.
Marshall got stumped by Georgia State. Air Force, Wyoming, fun game. Air Force might be the Group of 5 team this year, and then our second Hail Mary game of the week was Colorado State. Getting it up on Boise State, and it looks like Andy Avalos is probably getting canned.
Yep. Boise's falling off.
You deserve to get canned for thinking Bush Hamden's a really good hire.
Yeah.
Hawaii test.
Hawaii test.
I was asleep for the Hawaii test.
I didn't even try.
I was asleep. I was asleep for I was asleep before the end of the USC Notre Dame game. And you want to know why I was asleep? Because and we're gonna segue to this. Let's scroll back up to the game of the year. I was in line at Red Square at 1 a.m. at the night of the game. I was in line at 1 a.m. I got with some of the boys in the evening. We go out and check Red Square at midnight. There's already like 50 people in line. So we're like, oh shit. All right, we're gonna go get our signs ready and we're gonna go out. And the energy was high the whole time. Midnight to 4, they had a DJ bump and super fun music. At about 3:30, they start letting us into the pit. And they full body check you. You know, they pat you down. They go over your sign and make sure your sign's appropriate. Got in the pit. Absolutely electric for the next 2 hours. We got in the pit around 4. Like an absolute mob of demons and zombies. And when they started handing out gear, they were going around. There's a gap between the pit and where the stage is. And they they're not throwing stuff into the crowd. They're handing things out. So we're like zombies trying to grab things. I was able to grab a hard hat. And I was able to grab a little Home Depot football glove that I am not wearing right now, but it's pretty cool. And the vibes were electric. You might have seen me repost it, but they're playing, you know, they know what they're doing. They're playing college party songs. They're playing Mo Bamba. These like producers are just hyping us up that are coming up to us and stuff. It's just a great time. There's a net at the back of the college game day set that so you can't throw things at the host. Didn't know about that. About 5:30. So Desmond does a couple interviews on SportsCenter from 5 to 6. And they're showing some camera shots of us. There's TVs on the set so we can see what's going on and see ourselves. It's pretty cool. Suzzallo Library is lit up purple, and so is Drumheller Fountain. It is raining on and off the entire morning, but it wasn't cold, pitch black and dark, and the Red Square was completely full. Now, there were threats of a takeover by Wazoo and the Bees, but I counted about 5 total flags. And someone brought a bodacious sign into the pit. It was subsequently grabbed and ripped up and thrown into the air by some smart Husky fans. The signs were great. There were some great signs. And about 5:30, 5:45, the rest of the hosts get up and start hyping us up. Producers get on, start hyping us up, telling us what to do. And right at 5:55 is when the camera pan starts and restarts, or probably about 6, restarts hyping us up. Man, it was electric. The vibes were electric, especially when they zoom out from Husky Stadium and they show us. Camera pans, you can see me right there. I can point it out to you. I was right near the front, and took a lot of pushing and shoving. But by hour 3, I was at the very front. It was just an incredible time. First hour, you know, talking about other games, and then you got Kalen DeBoer coming on set, huge cheers. And then you got Dan Lanning calling in, and we booed him the entire time, and it was so loud that the host couldn't hear him. It was great. I was right in front of the organ cheer and Puddles, and I hate to say this, but Puddles is a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun. He's handing out donuts and like taunting us and having fun and doing a lot of fun stuff. Gave us candy and stuff. Puddles was a lot of fun. He's a lot more fun than Harry. I hate to say it, but Puddles does not do real man push-ups. He doesn't go down all the way.
Well, he's got the bill, so.
Oh, that's a good point. Think about that. Hour 2 is fun of games. So you got the kicking contest, and this kid has the power, but just misses it to the left. And the crowd was just electric the whole time. It was packed to the brim. The hosts were loving it, and I'm sure they say this to everybody, but I truly believe them when they said it was the best crowd all year so far. It was insane, and we were able to hype up Pat McAfee to give him a second chance for half the money, and he drills it, and the crowd goes insane. $30K, and then they do their little like grab bag thing with like all the different like best so and so, and they were being such homers to UW. So they were like best quarterback in the Pac-12, Michael Penix, best offense, Huskies, best receiver, Rome, best animal mascot, and that was pre-planned, and they brought Dubs up and they picked Dubs, and then they brought out the fishes. So and the last prompt was, can you catch this?
Man, don't get me wrong, I love Dubs, but man, you got a real actual like a real ass buffalo at Colorado, man.
And then they throw a fish at Pat McAfee and at Reese, and they both catch it. And then Reese just throws it into the crowd.
I saw that.
I was like,
video.
What the hell are we supposed to do with that? That's pretty funny.
I saw the video of him
that was
throwing
very
it
funny.
into everyone's like telling him, no, throw it back to that guy. And he's like, no, I'm going to throw it to the
That was really funny. It was tough being in the pit and waiting that long. No poop breaks, no water, no food. I was getting a little hungry. During a break, they brought out like some food for them, or like right before the break, and they showed it off. I was like, holy shit, I'm really hungry. And then hour 3 got into the picks and stuff. And then Joel McHale goes out shirtless with purple and gold body paint, is driving the helmet car and steals someone's dog. Did you see that?
I did
He
see
just
that.
grabbed someone's dog. Picks happen. Joel McHale picked Wazoo. It's like, what the fuck, man? And we got a clean sweep. And what's funny is like there's a guy that's like crawling behind the desk, handing the hat to the lead Corso, and it was in a black bag, so we couldn't see it.
So these are the things you learn when you're actually there that I would never know on TV, just watching.
I thought he was going to pick the duck, and he did say he's my favorite mascot, but it's strictly business. And he took Harry. The production value is so good. It's so good. They know what they're doing. They love it. Say what you will about having fallen off a little bit, but they do such a good job from being there in person. They keep you entertained during commercials, keep the energy high. It's just so much fun. It was a religious experience. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
All right, well,
I'm never gonna do it again.
If it's ever at ASU or U of A, I'll go.
I'm never gonna do it again because that was just an ordeal. I was feeling rough the first half of the game. Second half of the game felt much better, but it was an incredible experience, and I'd do it again every time, but I'm not gonna do it again after doing it.
That's fair. I need to do it sometime.
Did you watch the broadcast now that I've gone through my story?
It was at 6 a.m. man. I was fast asleep.
Don't blame you.
I did see. I was gonna record it, but I just forgot the night before. But I've been able to see lots of clips on like Twitter and stuff. So
I got on the official UW Twitter.
I did see that. That
was crazy.
That was sick.
Really high quality photo. Very thankful for it.
Only thing in hindsight, I realized it should have had a little West Coast Draft podcast, little logo in the corner of your sign or something.
Shoot.
Hindsight's 2020, man.
I also had Duck Zone. I also had Duck Zone Can't Cook on the other side.
Oh, did you? Oh man, I wish that was the one. That was the side that ended up on TV, man. That would have been funny.
It was very shoddily done because we didn't have too much time to get there. But it was just an incredible experience, And UW did such a good job. They're handing out panics for Heisman signs and all a bunch of fun stuff. They did a great job hosting it, getting a great job getting all the people out for it. It was so much fun. And then the game. Let's get into it. I'll let you go since I've been nonstop talking.
No, I love the game day experience. So, man, what an ordeal this game was. My blood pressure was just outside. This game stressed me the hell out, man. I won't even lie. As all UW Oregon games do, to be quite honest with you. Man, jeez. It was just not a whole lot of defense being played on either side until the fourth quarter when it really kind of felt, or for end of third quarter, beginning of
other than fourth downs too.
Yeah, fourth downs. Yeah, true. I wouldn't even say that. It was just bad decisions by Dan Lanning. But yeah, I was all over the place. My thoughts in this game. The defense again continues to worry me, but the offense is fun, man. When they're doing good play calls, and like we said earlier, this might have been the worst play calling day of Grubb's Husky career. Which credit to Dan Lanning for taking advantage of that. He's a defensive coach after all, but man, there were some play calls that it's like, come on, we have these guys right where we want them. Let's just go on like an 8-minute touchdown, up 11 with the ball back. Let's go on an 8-minute touchdown drive and end these fools. Honestly, up 36-18.
There were times when the defense did their jobs. They got 3 and outs.
A couple times. Like twice.
That's better than last year.
I think to open both halves, or I'm not saying open the first half. Yeah, I think the first Oregon drive of the first half and the first overall drive of the second half, they got 3 and outs. I don't think they got 3 and outs any other times.
They had another 3 and out. They had 2 3 and outs in the first half. They punted twice. Yeah. And then they should have had a third in the first half if Elijah Jackson didn't go crazy. You're not even a good enough player to do that.
Elijah Jackson had a horrible game. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing out there.
He's not even a good enough player to go after another Oregon player.
Elijah Jackson is this year's Jordan Perriman, where it's just a total liability, but the coaching staff won't bench him because the coaching staff is stupid on the defensive side.
I don't think it's as bad as Jordan Perriman because Jordan Perriman was so hurt. I think Elijah Jackson... That
makes it worse. He just doesn't have the talent then.
Oh no, I'm not as low on Elijah Jackson. I think it's tough. You know, he's a young cornerback. He does young quarterback things. The scheme's bad.
He's a senior by
what?
He was in 2020 signing
class. Oh my god, never mind. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, he's been here a minute.
I thought he was younger.
It just feels that way because he just literally started getting playing time.
And the pass rush has not been as good as we hoped.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, considering the names we got up front, I thought the pass rush would be able to get home a lot more than it did.
I think the end room has no depth. Sakai Afo is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
He's so bad, but he gets a lot of snaps and enough depth. I think Durfee being ineligible hurts so much more than we expected.
Mm-hmm.
I think they expected him to be a contributor. Losing Martin is a lot. But let's get to the fun parts of this. This team found a way to win. Dylan Johnson, dog.
This was his best game as a Husky. Easily.
Oh yeah.
They should have kept giving him the ball in the second half. I don't know why they went away from him. When they had the lead, that's when you pound the rock, and they went away from it for some reason. But again, let's focus on the positive here because we did win. Dylan Johnson looked fantastic in this game.
Michael Penix had his Heisman moment.
Yeah.
He had a Heisman moment in the second half. Defense, the one thing, it's been awful the entire tenure. But in big games on fourth downs, they've been nails. Because I think the Oregon State last year, Oregon this year, they've been absolutely nails on fourth downs in big games. So, I hate how the narrative is that Dan Lanning made stupid fourth down decisions. No, the narrative needs to be more of UW was able to stop them on their fourth downs on a team that was converting fourth downs before this at a very high clip. I forget the exact number, but it was a very high clip. I think some more love needs to be put in that. And 2 out of the 3 of the Lanning decisions I actually liked. The one at the end of the first was the bad one. You kick it there, but the other 2 I did like.
I mean, the way our run defense is playing, I don't know why I didn't just run it.
Oh yeah, both times. With their best players, Bucky Irving. They should.
Yeah, I mean, they were guaranteed 5 yards per carry every single time they handed it off to him. It felt like they could have handed it off on every single one of those fourth downs and probably gotten it. Especially the last one because it wasn't on the goal line, so the defense was automatically going to be spread out.
So. Yeah. I think he was always going to make that because that's his MO. That's his thing, being aggressive. But you got to give UW their flowers of being able to stop them 3 times on fourth down.
I'll give him credit.
I cannot. Okay, now now that we've talked a lot about the game, let me tell you about some of the experience at the game.
Yes.
It was so loud. It was so loud the whole game. It was the loudest I've ever seen it. Completely full. A student section packed. People were in the aisles in the student section. They put the organ band in the 300 level because the lower bowl was all full. It's but the tubas were at the very top. It was oof, that's gotta be tough. And then I could not believe that we got the ball back, though. I thought it was over after the fourth down stop. Okay, why the hell do you hand it off to a true freshman? That was a horrible choice.
No, it made no sense. On none of the four, they got the ball at the one on second down, so they had three runs.
You got to throw one fade to Rome.
I don't even know if it has to be a fade. Just do something. It was 3 low percentage runs. It was a wildcat run, low percentage. It was a pitch toss left, low percentage, and then it was a run with a true freshman.
It was a counter
percentage.
bash with a quarterback who can't run and a true freshman running back.
Yeah, it was like, how do you run 3 runs and choose 3 low percentage runs?
Remember that
QB
goal line
sneak!
formation that they did? Well, they wanted to sneak it, but Rome was cramping. What they said is that Penix was cramping like hell, and they couldn't do a QB sneak.
And here's my solution.
Here's my
solution.
Be
a Heisman
here's my solution.
Quarterback.
Get Westy in for tush pushes, or Richard Newton in for tush pushes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I mean, shoot, you can put Rich Newton in for the Wildcat. Like, he was really freaking good about that a couple of years ago.
I know Rich Newton has 0 vision, but give him a 1-yard plunge.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need vision for a gap run.
Mm-hmm.
You got a gap. Okay. So, and then crowd goes insane when we get the ball back. Insane. High fives everywhere. When we score, it elevates to hugs everywhere, going insane. Oh my God, we did it. But in the creeping back of my mind, it's like, oh my God, we scored way too early. Too early.
I was watching this game with my dad, and the whole time we were happy about the touchdown, and then the very 2 seconds later, we were like, that was dumb.
Yeah. I understand take what, if you can't score, I don't want to play too cute about milking it enough, especially when you're down 4. If you're down less than 3 or less, it would be another thing. But we were down 4. And then the drive, they drive down.
Who the hell out of defense?
Who the hell out of Terrence
Good job.
Ferguson?
Good freaking job.
It was the tackling more the defense. They were in the right position for some tackles and bounds, and they missed.
They I mean, yes, but they were also playing prevent defense with 1:38 on the clock
in college football.
When Oregon had timeouts.
Shout out to Terrence Ferguson for the double knee injury.
I did see that. No, yeah, he falls and grabs one leg and then grabs the other. Yeah, classic.
They faked injuries twice in this game. Mm-hmm. Twice.
Wait, what was the other one? I remember the first one.
I think a corner went down near Dan Lanning told him to go down near the sideline when they were late subbing on defense.
I missed that one.
So it was insanely loud when the field goal was lining up. Insanely loud. Maybe dead silent when it's in the air. And from my angle, well, one, I thought he had it. I thought it was in for sure.
I thought on TV, I thought he had it until the ref did the no good.
And and I thought it was so. Mentally, I already looked away. I was like, all right, overtime, here we go. And then I'll never forget how that felt of the crowd just exploding when they realized it missed. I'll never forget that feeling. Just, the deepest parts of me feeling that vibration. People are going crazy, throwing their drinks in the air. Everyone's hugging each other. It was incredible. I had my twin brother next to me, Cam, our good co-host, Cam Masters, and another friend, Hunter Dawson, was there. Pandemonium. And we're like, holy shit, let's go storm the field. And we're in the 200 level. So we got to go down the stairs and wait for everyone. And we got down there. Field was packed. There was no room past the 5. And it's just incredible ending. Opposite ending of what you predicted.
It's true. I predicted a UW field goal to win it and said we got a Oregon field goal miss to lose it. Incredible. But I was pretty damn close on the score.
He missed by this much.
No, he literally did. I
got the Oregon score right. I got the Oregon score right.
That's right.
33. I said 42-33. Shout out to Cam. Got Penix's stat line perfect.
Did he really?
He literally said 302 and 3 touchdowns.
They had 4 touchdowns. So
maybe it have been 4, but he said 302 yards, which is like shout out to that.
Yeah, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. So I mean, yeah, Penix is guaranteed 300 yards right now. So
that's against a really good defense too.
True. Yeah, we'll be seeing them again later this year.
So. Unfortunately, I think that was not our A game. I'm excited to see what our A game on offense is against them.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens when Grubb calls like a normal game by his standards.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, fun stuff though. Fun game of the year.
Heisman moment. Heisman moment
for sure. Heisman moment for Grady Gross. I agree. When he kicked that one extra point.
Was he kind of shaky? No, that was Oregon's kicker that nearly missed that PAT.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that game.
That would have been a fantastic game to be there for live. I won't lie.
The feeling, the feeling when he missed it was indescribable. Of me thinking he made it and just the crowd reaction around me. Like I already turned away from it,
Mm-hmm.
And just being in shock, like, no way you missed it. We got bailed out. We're the team of destiny.
Or the team of destiny. Well, don't say that too early. We got still 6 games left in the regular season. But guess what? We're bowl eligible either way. So we're solid there.
That's a team of destiny moment, though.
We're going to the Vegas Bowl. We can lose out and we can go to the Vegas Bowl. So there you go.
All right. We're probably going to go a little quicker on these than usual.
Yeah, there's probably not as many games to talk about.
But it's because that game deserved a very in-depth look.
Its flowers.
My voice is still hurting. It hurts really bad still. And my legs were so cramped the next day from all the standing I did. My back hurt when I was at game. My back and arms were dead after game day. Worth every second.
Yep. Liberty, Jamie Chadwell's Liberty Flames beat Middle Tennessee.
Tuesday Night Football. South Alabama's really good.
Jacksonville State.
South Alabama's going to be the next. Ken Womack's going to be the next Indiana coach.
Yeah, there you go. Moving forward here, let's see.
James Madison Marshall. I'm excited for that.
Sam Houston, yeah, they're still 0-6. So, maybe this is a decent shot to get their first win. Yeah. We'll see.
JMU Marshall. That's fun.
That'll be interesting. That'll be fun. SMU Temple. Okay.
That
Penn
game.
State, Ohio State. That's a big game.
Take the under. Take the under.
Dude, I'm taking Penn State. Here you go. There's my big stupid.
They're favored. They're favored. Nope.
Are they really?
Yep.
Penn State's favored on the road in Columbus? You're kidding. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just said I took.
I was listening to a one of those.
OSU's 4.4.
Okay, thanks. All right, I got lied to.
Yeah, lied to. Anyways, I'm taking Penn State as my big stupid upset of the week.
I don't know if that's big and stupid enough. It's number 7, dog.
I know, but still,
big stupid upset's got to be unranked, overranked.
True. UCF over Oklahoma. No, I'm just playing.
No shot.
Yeah.
Gosh, is Air Force ranked 22? Let's go.
Yeah, they are. Look at that. We got a service academy game here. Air Force going to Annapolis. Tickets as low as $58. Gosh, Penn State, Ohio State.
You're paying $60 to go watch 2 option teams. Good Lord.
You gotta love football, baby. You gotta love football.
I love football more than anyone. I hate the option.
Mississippi State going to Arkansas. Maybe that one dude will get his pulse back because I think
he hasn't posted lately. You're totally right about the Braves hurting him.
I think the Braves losing. He finally did him in, man. Let's see what else we got here.
Wazoo at Oregon.
That would be fun.
Wazoo struggles, or Oregon struggles against Wazoo.
Maybe Wazoo can. Maybe Oregon is gets so up on themselves, hey, we could turn around. Hey, that's just.
Hey, they're running 5% faster at practice. That was such a complete lie. Oh my God. That
data actually, there is technology that tracks that.
No, it's not. I know that 5% of your top speed of college athletes.
Maybe they were running really slow last week.
Ridiculously.
Maybe they were running really slow last week.
That is way too big.
They were running really slow last week. That's why they were jogging in practice. That's why they lost. It's good. Sheesh, I don't know. Maybe they just had the linemen not run, and that's how they did their percentages. So the average actually ends up climbing. Tennessee going to Tuscaloosa.
Exciting.
Maybe Tennessee can be the one to finally put the nail in the coffin.
They did it last year.
That
Bama team's going to be mad. They want revenge.
They will be. South Carolina going to Mizzou. There we go. SEC East matchup here. Can Mizzou can keep the climb going? I think against South Carolina, it's not too tough. They don't seem very competitive right now. Tulane hosting North Texas, Minnesota going to
ranked Iowa.
Going to Iowa City to take on a ranked Hawkeyes team.
I can't wait to go to Kinnick.
That game's gonna be 12-3. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, row the boat.
Row the boat. I was gonna win 12-3.
Pitt at Wake Forest, yuck.
Gosh, you could not pay me to watch that game.
Texas at Houston, ugh. Big 12 is so bad. You need honestly.
Oklahoma State at West Virginia can be chaotic.
Honestly,
that could be fun.
It really depends on. Okay, if there's a lot of one-loss conference champions, one-loss Big 12 champ deserves to be left out.
Which would be Texas. It wouldn't be Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. Well, what if Oklahoma?
No, that's not entirely true. If Oklahoma loses a game but still wins still plays Texas in the Big 12 championship. So yeah.
Keep scrolling. There's nothing interesting so far.
Michigan State.
Duke at Florida State. Please get rid of them. Please get rid of them.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Utah USC. There we go.
Utah USC. There we go. Okay.
Oh, this is a rough slate, man. This is a rough slate.
Clemson, Miami could be interesting. Clemson's not like good this year. They're obviously not ranked, but like they're still competing.
Yeah.
Like even their losses have come to ranked teams, so they're still competing. They're still playing hard.
Yikes.
Yeah, and then we got ASU just going to get
slaughtered.
All right,
scroll up. I need a big stupid upset.
UCLA. What about Stanford beating UCLA?
No shot.
2 in a row.
Not 2 in a row. Georgia's not playing. Damn. A lot of teams are idle this week, huh?
You could pick Wazoo over Oregon.
I'm taking it Wazoo over Oregon. I was leaning towards that actually.
All right, fair enough. Well, I guess I don't have a big stupid upset then because I thought I was really bold with that Penn State over Ohio State one, but I guess it's not crazy enough.
I'll remember it though. I remember that you picked Penn State. And honestly, I like that pick because both quarterbacks are bad, and I think Penn State has a better defense. What gets interesting? Me neither. I don't believe in Kyle McCord either.
No, I believe in Drew Aller. Like I believe in the talent. He hasn't put it in the stat column, but I believe in the talent.
And especially if Ohio State's still down a lot of their stars.
We'll see, man.
It'll be interesting.
In Columbus.
Right. It's game day's gonna be there.
Is game day gonna be there? Oh man. There you go. They go there every year though, so that's not.
They're coming to your city.
I can't wait till they go.
You know what's the weirdest part of game day is that Cedric the Entertainer was there.
Wait, hold on a second. I have to check something real fast. Colorado on a bye this week? I didn't see them on here. No, yeah, they are. Hold on.
And they're winning the bye week. They're getting media attention even with the bye.
Hold on a second. I have to check something here. Arizona wins. I have to check something real fast. So Arizona, they're playing at Colorado. Okay, they're playing at Colorado. All right. Next year, 2024, ESPN put UC at U of A. Make that a game day. I will be there in Tucson.
Well, you don't know if Big 12 schedule is going to have them there. Might reset it.
They'll make Colorado and U of A play each other.
Oh yeah. Just maybe not at Tempe or Tucson though.
Put it in Tucson, baby. I want to be there. I want to feel the heat. Put it in September too, so it's still hot as balls out. Do it. Just kidding. Don't do it. Do it in November when it's like 65.
I don't know, but Coach Brown might have some linemen next year though.
True. Yeah, but we'll have another year of Noah Fafita and T-Mac.
So the one person who will be able to get Southern linemen out of the South is Coach Brown.
True. And trust me, his son needs it. Shador takes some hits. Not entirely his line's fault either. Let's be clear, but he's taking some hits.
Well, I think like at least 3 of their linemen started at Kent State last year.
Yikes. That's not good. That's not good. There you go. Well, we're actually about to hit minute 100 here, so we should probably get on with the last part of tonight's show. Jags at Saints. What a Thursday night match. And Trevor Lawrence might not even be playing. We could be talking about a freaking CJ Beathard Jags team.
Looks like Vegas knows.
Yeah, they got the money on the Saints right now. Saints minus.
You know who's eligible? I think is Haener reinstated?
Haener's he can come back this week. It's week 7.
See the alert NFL sent out today about like eating meat from China. I might have PEDs in it. Yeah,
might have PEDs, and that's actually funny. Well, there you go. That explains how Haener got busted then, because I seriously doubt that dude's roiding up.
Does Vegas know? Does Vegas know?
Hold on. Is Trevor Lawrence playing? Ask straight up. His knee has progressed really well.
Give me the Jags. Jags with a point.
Yeah, Jags with a point. I mean, shoot, yeah, I'll do that too. Wait, hold on. Let's do a quick checkup on what were the games we were different on last week?
Oh gosh.
So I was -3 going in. I know that. It's -3. I know Cincinnati and Seattle we differed on. I got that one. Who day? Shout out my boys, of course. Don't remember the other ones though. We shall. We'll see once. There we go. There's Rob back in the picture here.
All right.
Looks
like it. Bucks. You got Lions. It's 1. I got Vegas.
Okay.
How many did the Chargers lose by?
Chargers lost by 3.
I +2. Damn. Seahawks +2.5. No. So 3-1 weekend. So
3-1.
You are down.
All right, I'm
one.
only -1. I'm only -1, baby. I'm only -1. Making the comeback. Let's go.
There we go.
I'm making the comeback. Man, I should never pick the Patriots. They're so god awful. I don't think I will again. But anyways, that's it for the West Coast Draft Podcast. It was a fun episode. We got a little game day recap in there.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait till it's in Tucson. I can give my own game day recap. That'll be a fun one. Even though I'm not even a U of A fan, but it'll still be fun. But anyways,
go with like a fuck Courtney Morgan sign.
Dude, I would, man. I would. I would definitely would. It's like U of A's DC gets fired and they bring in Chuck Morrell. This is the DC. I've been
gosh.
Oh man, what are you guys doing? Anyways, that is it. Before we do that, any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
If one of us loses our voices, at Husky Stadium, all of us lose our voices. One of us cooks like, always cook like. One of us click subscribe, we all click subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.
Awesome. That was it. Have a great rest of your night and